This says good afternoon, but it is indeed morning. Good morning, and welcome to Colorado State University. Will the audience please stand? Lucy Logan will sing the national anthem. Please join in the singing if you wish.
We hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Good morning, everyone. To the family and friends that graciously relocated their seats, thank you. We have more graduates here unexpectedly in the numbers, but it's great to have everyone here. My name is David McLean, and I serve as the Dean of the Walter Scott Jr. College of Engineering. On behalf of the Colorado State University Administration, the Board of Governors, and the faculty, I welcome you to this commencement ceremony for the Fall 2022 Walter Scott Jr. College of Engineering graduating class. I would like to begin our ceremony by reading a land acknowledgement. Colorado State University acknowledges with respect that the land we are on today is the traditional and ancestral homelands of the Arapaho, Cheyenne, and Ute nations. This was also a site of trade, gathering, and healing for numerous other native tribes. We recognize the indigenous people as the original stewards of this land and of all the relatives within it. As these words of acknowledgement are spoken and heard, it ties the nations have to their traditional homeland and renews them and reaffirms them. CSU is founded as a land-grant institution, and we accept that our mission must encompass access to education and inclusion. And significantly, that our founding came at dire cost to Native nations and peoples whose land this university was built on. This acknowledgement is the education and inclusion we must practice in recognizing our institutional history, responsibility, and commitments. So today we celebrate the accomplishments of our students who have completed the requirements for a baccalaureate degree in the College of Engineering. Please join me in a round of applause in congratulating our graduates on this happy occasion. I now would like to introduce the members of the platform party. I'll ask that each of the platform party members stand briefly when I call your name. And for the audience, I'll ask you to hold any applause until I've announced everyone's names. Mr. Dan Baker, Teaching Associate Professor, Civil and Environmental Engineering. Dr. Jessica Baker, Environmental Engineering, Jacobs Engineering. Dr. Melissa Burt, Assistant Dean, Diversity and Inclusion. Dr. V. Chandrasekhar, Associate Dean, International Programs. Dr. Edwin Chong, Department Head, Electrical and Computer Engineering. Dr. David Dandy, Department Head, Chemical and Biological Engineering. Captain Corey DeGroot, Operations Flight Commander and Assistant Professor of Aerospace Education. Dr. Laura Jensen, Vice Provost for Planning and Effectiveness. Dr. Sonia Kreidenweiss, Interim Vice Provost for Graduate Affairs and Dean of the CSU Graduate School. Dr. Kevin Lear, Professor, School of Biomedical Engineering. Mr. Mike Martinez, Vice President of Space Engineering for Maxar. Dr. Carmen Manoni, University Distinguished Professor in the Walter Scott Jr. College of Engineering. Dr. Christian Putlitz, Department Head, Mechanical Engineering. Dr. Charles Shackelford, Department Head, Civil and Environmental Engineering. Dr. Karan Venayagamurthy, Associate Dean, Academic and Student Affairs. I'd like to ask for just recognition through an applause for the platform party. I'd like to now ask Captain DeGroot to the podium for the announcement of our new commissioned officer.
Good morning, and thank you for the invitation to today's ceremony. On behalf of the United States Air Force, it is my great pleasure to introduce our newest commissioned officer in our armed forces. This RAM was appointed by the President of the United States and commissioned yesterday as a second lieutenant into the United States Air Force. Second Lieutenant Madison Maroney, please stand to be recognized. At this time, I would now like to ask any active duty or veteran students graduating today to also stand. Finally, I ask that active duty members of the armed forces and veterans in the audience also stand. Please join me in one final round of applause for those who have already served this great nation in our armed forces. Thank you for your time this morning, and remember, engineers lead the way.
Thank you, Captain DeGroot. As a land-grant institution, Colorado State University takes special pride in our role in providing access and educating students who are first in their family to earn a university degree. This semester, 22 of our 96 graduates are first-generation college graduates. I ask that all our graduates who are first generation to please stand and be recognized. Please be seated. Now I would like to recognize our honorary society members. Tau Beta Pi is the National Honor Society representing the entire engineering profession. It was founded in 1885 to recognize students who possess superior scholarship and exemplary character. Will the Colorado State graduates who are members of Tau Beta Pi please stand and be recognized? Congratulations and best wishes to you. Please be seated. Our Engineering Honor Societies recognize outstanding students in the individual majors. This include Omega Chi Epsilon for Chemical and Biological Engineering, Chi Epsilon in Civil Engineering, Eta Kappa Nu in Electrical and Computer Engineering, and Pi Tau Sigma in Mechanical Engineering. Will the graduates who are members of these honor societies please stand and be recognized? Congratulations and best wishes to you.
Now we recognize students who have earned the distinction of University Honors Program Scholar. To become a University Honors Program Scholar, a student completes an integrated program of studies that includes 5 honors seminars, 2 honors courses in the major, and a senior honors thesis, while achieving at least a 3.5 cumulative grade point average. Will the honors students stand to be recognized? Let's congratulate these students on their accomplishments.
It's my privilege to introduce today's commencement speaker, Mr. Mike Martinez. Mr. Martinez graduated with a Bachelor of Science in Electrical Engineering from Colorado State University in 1986. He currently serves as Vice President of Space Engineering for Maxar, where he is responsible for satellite ground development, integration, launch, and operations of the satellite constellation mission. Mike has more than 20 years in the commercial remote sensing industry, including at the Naval Research Laboratory, McDonnell Douglas, and Lockheed Martin prior to joining Maxar. Mike, welcome you to the podium.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, President Miranda. Thank you, Provost. Thank you, Dean Levine, deans, members of the faculty, family and friends, but most importantly, the class of 2022. Like many of you here today, I chose a career in engineering, not truly understanding what engineering was. I was told that I could be an engineer because I was good with math and science, and that engineers make good money. What I heard was, engineers make good money. But I also recognize that engineers solve problems, and I like to solve problems. When I looked up the definition of an engineer, I found a handful of illuminating and hilarious responses, obviously from people that are not engineers. I'll summarize what I found in 4 points. First, one who does precision guesswork based on unreliable data provided by those of questionable knowledge. 2, a person who solves problems you can't. 3, someone who gets excited about things no one else cares about. And 4, person trained to put scientific knowledge to practical use, actually enjoys using math and science on a regular basis, and typically never gives up until a problem is solved. Sometimes is obnoxious, insistent a task must be done the right way. However, for me, my definition of an engineer is problem solver, innovator, creator, builder, and visionary. In 1981, I had a decision to make: to follow in my family footsteps to become a firefighter, or map my own future as a first-generation college graduate. I asked myself, do I want to be a first responder, or do I want to help enable the first responders? In the end, I decided I could better serve both my family and my community by going to CSU, becoming an engineer, so that I could work on technologies that could someday help and save lives. In truth, I can't stand needles and I can't stand the sight of blood, so the decision was a lot easier than I'm making it sound. As I stand here, I can tell you beyond a shadow of a doubt, you may never know how many lives you touch as an engineer. I know it's impacted my life. Today, all of you are on the cusp of becoming engineers. Some of you will find yourself in the forefront of facilitating significant change, both on the global and local level. Some of you will help drive exciting technology advancements, while others will undoubtedly address climate change and issues surrounding sustainability. So here I am, some 36 years later, and like you, a graduate from this fantastic institution. I prepared a few bullet points on engineering with the intent to get you off on the right foot for your careers. They're with a plethora of lots of topics. There are two things that really resonate with me. Stay curious and embrace failure. Curiosity drives innovation. William Wirt wrote, "Seize the moment of excited curiosity on any subject to solve your doubts, for if you let it pass, the desire may never return and you may remain in ignorance. So strike while the iron's hot. For your curiosity will drive innovations yet unknown, innovations capable of solving some of the most daunting challenges currently facing mankind. Some of these innovations could potentially spawn new industries and provide new opportunities for yourself and those that are lucky to follow in your footsteps." Over the last couple decades, I've been fortunate to have helped pioneer a new industry in commercial space, and that is from imaging from space. This industry has effectively transformed the way we live today. Satellite imagery is now common in every household, mobile device, automobile, and multiple systems. Within every pixel of every image, there is a wealth of information that can be used to assist a large array of analytics. This relatively new industry of commercial imaging technology has effectively transformed the way we live today. It's empowered first responders with up-to-date, near real-time images of the Earth in the wake of natural disasters, allowing them to make game-time decisions and save lives. Commercial imaging technology has afforded us to free slaves in Indonesia, mitigate illegal poaching in Africa, identify illegal fishing operations worldwide, and assist NGOs like the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation on their efforts to fight polio. Here's where it gets personal. My nephew, Will Martinez, he's a wildland firefighter based out of Gunnison, Colorado, and he finds himself deployed across North America quite often. Now, using shortwave infrared imagery combined with 3D mapping, we're able to provide the firefighters with assistance on the front lines. This technology allows firefighters to see hotspots on the very front edges of the fire, and also helps to help protect them as they are moving from hotspot to hotspot throughout a night or throughout the day. And I can honestly tell you this, each and every night, I sleep better knowing that we're assisting Will and his team members in the fight to save our forests and the environment. My second point, embrace failure. Fail fast and fail often. If you don't fail, you're not pushing the envelope in your engineering capabilities. And when you do fail, embrace it and learn from it. The lessons I've learned from my failures continue to help me today. Failures have taught me leadership skills, management skills, design techniques, and of course, humility, all of which I use in my job every day. Thomas Edison once said, "I have not failed 10,000 times. I have not failed once. I have succeeded and proven those 10,000 ways will not work." This is a key point. This is not only a key point for engineering, but for life. Learn from your failures, move on, so fail fast and fail often. In the spring of 1986, when I was wrapping up my senior project, 2 weeks from graduating, 1 week from finals, and hours from demonstrating my project to my senior project professor, I made a mistake. I made a mistake that had the potential to derail my ability to graduate. I actually accidentally inverted the positive and negative power input to my circuit and fried my circuit. As you might imagine, I was devastated. I was scared. My project was going to fail. With the failure now looming in front of me, I was given a chance to prove I had a working system. I was asked to brief a panel led by the electrical engineering department head, Dr. Carl Williamson, and expect them to scrutinize and question me on my knowledge of the project. After the panel, I was greeted by Dr. Wilson. He reached out to shake my hand and he said, "Congratulations, you have passed your senior project and you will be eligible to graduate." Whew. That was a big relief. But the lessons I learned from that continue to help me today. Not just the simple lessons of verifying and double-checking your setup, but there are life lessons that failure has taught me as well. It taught me how I think about designs, redundancy, and of course, resiliency. It taught me about leadership and how important it is to listen and understand someone in their time of failure in order to mentor, teach, encourage, and help others embrace failure. So never give up. Embrace your failures. Fail fast and fail often. Finally, as you take the next steps as an engineer, I challenge you to always be curious, to innovate, and to fail fast. For innovation occurs at the intersection of continual doing, learning, failing, and growing. I'll leave you with this. As an engineer, you will solve problems. You will be part of the solution. So never lose your curiosity, never lose your passion, never be discouraged, fail fast and fail often, and learn from your failures. Nelson Mandela once said, "There is no passion to be found playing small, in settling for a life that is less than one that you are capable of living." Thank you, and I'm proud to be a CSU Ram. Go Rams!
Thank you, Mr. Martinez, again. It's now my pleasure to present the candidates for the baccalaureate degree from all engineering majors. Please rise. Only the candidates. Dean McLean and Vice Provost Credden Weiss. It's my pleasure to present to you these students who have completed all the requirements established by the various majors in the College of Engineering for the bachelor's degree. The Faculty Council has recommended to the Board of Governors that these students receive their bachelor's degree at this time.
Graduates, this is the moment you have worked toward and dreamed about. And thus it is with great pleasure that I offer these words. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Governors of the Colorado State University System, I hereby confer the bachelor's degree on each of you, together with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereunto. Congratulations.
Students, please be seated. We will now award diplomas individually to the members of the graduating class. I would like to ask Dean McLean and the department heads to come forward and shake hands with the graduating seniors as they accept their diplomas. As a benefit to the students and their families, a photographer will take pictures of the graduates as they cross the stage. Graduates, please pause for your photo as you shake hands with your department head. A final photo will be taken after you leave the stage. And now, will the graduates from all engineering majors please prepare to accept your diplomas?
The academic honor guidelines for students who are graduating with distinction are as follows. Summa cum laude designates approximately the top 1% of graduates in the university. Magna cum laude designates approximately the next 3% of graduates in the university. Cum laude designates approximately the next 6% of graduates in the university. Our first graduate is from the School of Biomedical Engineering, Travis Joseph Montoya. And our next graduate is from the Department of Chemical and Biological Engineering. Kenneth Patrick Fagan. Next are our graduates from the Department of Civil and Environmental Engineering. John Karpinski. Luke Kelly Erickson. Graham Meadows Gaspard. Florencio Jr. Guzman Diaz. Sydney Renee Hart. Luke Sumner Hitchens. Jose Enrique Lopez Morales. Logan Ludwig. Madison Louise Maroney. Arturo Jimenez Mendoza, Jr. Albert David Marquez. Ireland Christine Niebuhr. Emma Noel Norman. Catalina Perez. Reed T. Rogers. Quinn Slater. You want your middle name? Connor Strichich. Isham Tawari. Julian Angel Vasquez. Peter Van Leeuwen. Andrew Vincent Shiley. Max William Beaupre. Joshua Reed Jones. Our next graduates are from the Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering. Gridar Batra. Full families here. Fazi Al-Hadrab. Okay, there we go. Abdulaziz Sal Al-Maskari. Ryan Bushu. Sorry. Brandon Claycomb. Brandon Crisp. Sarah Lois Delate. Shavante Chavez Dukes. Trevor J. Dunham. Isaac Barrett Jacobson. Myong Sup Kim. Jonathan D. Nee. Leslie Ann Nee. Colin Fraser McEachern. Carl Roger Olson. Drew Michael Shively. Oh, the whole family's here. Sean Edward Simon. Also has a minor in computer science. Corby Tay Thompson. Thomas Ignacio Veldhuizen. Hector Bonilla. Our next graduates are from engineering science. Catherine Henley Compton. Kelly Kohler. And rounding out our group today, from the Department of Mechanical Engineering, Samuel Nathan Floyd. Ben Melko Jurisic. Vincent Berardi. William Jeffrey Buffington. Gabrielle Grace Cautilli. Let me try that again. Gabrielle Grace Cautilli. Nicholas David Parker Cochetti. Nathan Dowdy. Seth Michael Dry. Barack Farhi. Jack Anthony Sorensen. Alexander K. Young. McGuire James Harwood. Grace May Kern. Tristan S. Kim. Luke James Lindell. Lars Mitchell. Thank you. Bailey John Prosser. There we go. Jake Evan Van Dorfy. Nicholas Chanchai Shipe. Reese Mollenhoff. Aaron Anthony Redman. Joel Wangata. Okay, here we go. Al-Moyad Said Al-Sharaki. Al-Mukhtar Al-Hinal. Alhenai. Flynn Samuel Yoder. There you go. Julian Jorens Ferrer. This concludes the awarding of diplomas.
Engineering graduates of fall 2022, let me add my congratulations to that of the others who have spoken before me. And graduates, it's now official. If you want to flip your tassel, it's legal. Today represents an important milestone in your life. Much hard work and many long hours went into achieving this goal, and you should be proud of this accomplishment. Higher education continues as a powerful tool to better your own life, those of others around you, and society as a whole. A degree is one of the few things that once earned can never be taken away from you. To our graduates, I say thank you for enduring the ups and downs and disruptions of campus life during the pandemic. And I commend you for your dedication and perseverance in rising to the challenges. To our faculty and staff that are here today, I say thank you for your sacrifices, demonstrated resolve, and professionalism. And to the families and friends that are here today, thank you. We know that this journey for our graduates would not have happened without your support. It is wonderful to be here in person to celebrate our graduates. Indeed, this is a day to celebrate. As I reflect on the many amazing engineering alumni from CSU that I've had the privilege to meet, I am struck by two common characteristics: their passion to make our world a better place and the incredible impact they've been able to achieve in their careers. I think of our commencement speaker, Mr. Martinez. Mike, thank you. Walter Scott, civil engineering alumnus, successful business leader, and philanthropist. Mr. Scott has also made the largest gift ever to CSU, $64 million, to support our engineering students, faculty, and program. Our college is now named in honor of Mr. Scott. I think of Tina Larson, chemical engineering graduate and president of Recursion Pharmaceuticals, leading the development of next-generation medicines to treat the world's most challenging illnesses. And now you, the newest CSU engineering graduates. We're all very proud of you, and we look forward to seeing the great things that you will accomplish in your careers. Today's diploma is not the end of your journey, but it is a significant milestone along the way to your success. The degree that each of you has earned here today is the fulfillment of the vision of Abraham Lincoln, who, over 150 years ago, signed the act that established land-grant universities, providing access to an education and opportunity for success for those with the tools and desire to make a difference in society, no matter their economic background nor where they came from. 2022 engineering graduates, you have not just the ability, but also the responsibility to make our world a better place. I ask that you lead by example, and you will bring others along with you. My best wishes and congratulations to all of you. Go Rams! I would like to invite Dr. Jessica Baker to come to the podium. Dr. Baker will provide the welcome to you, the newest alumni of Colorado State University. Dr. Baker received her master's and doctoral degrees in environmental engineering from CSU. While here as a student, Jessica worked as a teaching assistant, supporting the success of her undergraduate engineering students. Her research during her graduate program focused on developing improved water treatments in systems in Southern Africa. Dr. Baker is currently an environmental engineer working at Jacobs, one of the world's largest civil and environmental engineering firms. Dr. Baker?
Hi. I was asked to speak as an alumnus of the Walter Scott Jr. College of Engineering. It's been about 10 years since I've graduated with my baccalaureate degree, but I still remember that day. I was proud of all the work that I put into my program, which culminated in the accomplishment of finally earning that degree. But if I'm being honest, I think I was more excited to be done with school. I was ready to take on the next adventure, to see the world, and to use my education to serve communities near and far. Yet at the same time, I was incredibly sad to be leaving the beautiful campus and community I had been a part of during some of the most formative years of my life. As the class of 2022, you all have had an unprecedented college experience, earning your degree during a global pandemic. I hope that you remember that the most difficult challenges are the ones that expand our potential and that unite us together as we overcome them. Be proud of your resilience and carry it with you always. Everyone sitting here has a different path and future, but whether you stay in Fort Collins, in Colorado, or move somewhere that you've never been before, you all have one important thing in common with each other, and more than 250,000 others who've gone before you. You are all alumni of Colorado State. So though you are leaving this campus, you will be carrying the university along with you. No matter where your personal or professional life takes you, you will remain a member of the CSU alumni community. The relationships that you've formed in your college, the connections you've built with your former professors, they will be a family accessible to you every step moving forward. The CSU Alumni Association is here for you and has resources set aside to help you on your journey, so don't hesitate to reach out. And finally, before leaving campus today, I'd like to encourage each of you to take a moment and to really embrace the pride, the excitement, the nervousness, or whatever feeling that you may be experiencing right now. Because eventually those feelings will change. They'll deepen, mix with memories, and turn into nostalgia. And as that happens, remember that this special place will always be a home for you. Like the rows of the American elm trees on the oval, you are rooted here. May those roots be a foundation for your future growth. I'm honored to welcome you to the CSU alumni family. Congratulations on a job well done, and go Rams.
Thank you, Dr. Baker. There are some people with us today who deserve thanks for their many contributions. I would like to ask the faculty and staff from the college to please stand. Thank you for your significant contributions to the graduating class here today. We've recognized the graduates and their on-campus support group. I'd now like to acknowledge the contributions of the off-campus support group. With the parents, spouses, partners, spouses-to-be, family, and friends of the graduates, please rise so that the graduates may recognize the many contributions you have made to their individual achievement. Thank you. I'm going to ask everyone to rise, and we are going to sing the alma mater.
Hail to thee, our alma mater, Colorado State. Memories are everlasting of this place so great. May the green and gold unite us, loyal ever be. Colorado State, our alma mater, hail, oh, hail to thee.
Please be seated. On behalf of our faculty, staff, and students, I thank the parents, families, friends, and guests for participating in this most gratifying ceremony. Please remain seated while the graduates, faculty, and platform group depart. Thank you for joining us today. Have a safe trip back home, and congratulations, graduates.